93. Well, the 93 is created in the reactor. The reactor is a batch process. It takes several months to go from uranium. Stuff is there for about 2 or 3 months. But it goes through, I think it's neptunium is 93, and neptunium now converts itself to 94. It's all done in the reactor. So what Dupont did was created this plutonium on a massive scale. By the end of 1945, Dupont, a lot of people wondered, did we have any more bombs to drop? The question is, we had plenty more stuff. By the end of 1945, first was August the 6th. The plutonium bomb was dropped August the 9th. By the end of, that was 1945. By the end of 1945, Dupont had produced well over 200 pounds of plutonium, which would be enough, as I remember, 19 Nagasaki bombs. So Truman had plenty more stuff to drop if nobody wanted to give up. So you might say today, where do we stand with this? And I would think DuPont today we got tons and tons of plutonium. I would think it'd be somewhere around, just my personal guess, I don't know. It would be maybe 90 tons. That's a pure guess.
Where do they keep this, or do you know?
I don't actually know where they keep it, but it's under closely guarded secret.
And DuPont has this?
No.
Oh, no. The government.
The government has it. As a matter of fact, what happened, I think we're pretty much finished with the Hanford Engineer Works.
Yes.
But what happened, we thought the Russians would take them 10 years to get that bomb. But they didn't. They exploded the bomb in 1949. In 4 years. So now, what the hell is the United States going to do? The minute you have an atomic bomb, you can have a hydrogen weapon, a thermonuclear bomb, because an atomic bomb is a trigger to a thermonuclear weapon. So now the United States cannot sit idly by and let Russia, who now has an atomic bomb, begin to make thermonuclear weapons, which are the most fearsome weapons you've ever heard in your life. I mean, it destroys whole countries. And so what they did, the government did, they came to DuPont again and said, look, we got to do it. We got to help us out. So DuPont right away, we started working in 1950. The bomb went off in 1949. They dragged all of us back into this in 1950. And between 1950 and 55, we designed and built and started operation of the Savannah River plant in Aiken, South Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and now at Aiken, we had 5 reactors, and these are heavy water moderated. So the plant, one of the plants that we designed and built back in the early days of the wars, when I began my lecture, the heavy waters now, initial heavy waters coming out of Wabash River Ordnance Works. That was one of the plants. But they had refined the process and had been able to make a much better product than they had back when they first went up. And I saw it at the Hanford, at the Savannah River plant. They put in probably what is the world's largest heavy water plant in the world. It's there. But it must be about 144 big towers. Looks like a big oil refinery.
Yeah, it does.
But that's where they're separating the heavy water from the regular water. And that will supply the 5 reactors and supply heavy water to many other places. So we had 5 reactors that are heavy water moderated, and we also had separations areas. So what we made there was the same what we made there. Different process used in the separations area, but we just accomplished the same thing.
Yeah.
And we made not only plutonium there at the Savannah River plant, but we made tritium. Now, tritium is a material, it's a gas. and that is used in thermonuclear weapons. We made tritium, and I'm quite sure the way you make tritium is you take the metal lithium and irradiate lithium in a reactor, and you get a gas and slightly radioactive. Problem with, and you need the tritium to go along with hydrogen to make the weapons. And one of the problems with tritium is its half-life is only 7.5 years. So it disappears with age. You can't speed it up and you can't slow it down. The one thing about plutonium, its half-life is about 20-some thousand years. So you don't have to worry about plutonium disappearing. But so what really happened, long about 55 in that period, and I worked on that from start to finish, 55, and frankly, we'd finished up the design, and I ended up there as being a senior design engineer, and they'd given me the job to handle all the waste. And the first thing you're going to do now is to start concentrating that waste, and we were in negotiating with France because France was pioneering glassifying this waste. And that was when I decided I had seen enough of engineering and had an opportunity to go into marketing, which I did at the blessing of Granville M. Reed. And so for the next 26 years, I was in the plastics department in marketing.